Alright, we are recording. So, continuing in Dying Light 2. Key was provided by Stride PR for Techland. Stopwatch going? Yeah, I only want to do 2 hours. That'll be late enough. I have to be up early. I only get 1 day a week today to be able to sleep in. And I did. It was nice until 8:30. And I need it. I don't know, it's just been a weird week, I guess. Even without being up very late, I still ended up, wasn't this? Why all the way down here? You know what? I don't even care. I'm gonna go do this. Why not? I don't know why I'm this far over. I know it's this other thing that I want to be doing. The mission that I want to be doing, but... Whoops. Ow.
Detected.
Juan would rather enjoy his caviar than take care of that lamp delivery.
You're siding with the enemy. Someday those chickens may...
But, yeah, as I was saying, I know it's the other thing that I want to be doing. I intended to be doing now, but... What the hell, why not? I'm closer to this than to the mission, and I do want to do this, so... The only issue is time, if you look. I'm not sure if I will have enough time to do it in this night.
Inhibitor container nearby.
Okay, damn. It shouldn't take things off of the... It's just so awkward. Huh, this is a different layout. I'm gonna assume that this is still just like a shaft so you can quickly get everywhere. Well, also though, this is good to see because that does mean that these are not all the same. They are somewhat random. I don't know about this one. Nope. Didn't even know this. That was also. Okay, I think I'm good. Why is there so much resin in this hospital? Does it have some sort of medical use I'm just completely unaware of?
Inhibitor container nearby.
I mean, that's entirely possible. Don't get me wrong. I used those knives just to see if I could avoid having to attack. Not how it goes sometimes. think that's actually all. No, I hear more. There's one. Alright, I think I'm good. No, I'm not. There. Now it sounds like. Hang on just. Okay. I thought maybe if I held it would do the thing. Forcing. No, not yet. No. Perfect. Yeah, sure. Just because.
Inhibitor container nearby.
Okay, I thought I saw a pop-up, some kind of pop-up thing. That's... Is there clearly a lot in there? Hey, like... I'm gonna try some. It's not a good idea. Yeah, that did not work anywhere quite as I wanted it to. Come on. You can get there.
Inhibitor container nearby. Inhibitor container nearby.
Hang on, let me just... Okay. I think I might just be able... The hell? Aha. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Come on. There you go. There was in this area. this first.
Container nearby.
Because just in case when day hits, it does repopulate. I want to have the inhibitor. Is this actually a two-handed axe, or is that just how he swings? Alright. It's right here. And stay, so once I go out the doors over there, I'll be getting better. Alright. Now then. Oh, it's a long axe. I like having them. Wow. Health regeneration speed 10.4. That's nice. But I think I'll what I currently have now. What is it saying I'm missing? Well, that I haven't looked at. I don't. Okay, there. Yep. This has come up before. Not in this. Not in this review plate. So I don't know why exactly, but every now and then. Well, no, it's not every now and then. Every time that I have to restart the computer, for some reason, after so long a period of time, the sound system like literally, the service, I guess, might be a better term for it. Whatever. The thing for actually managing the audio. Oh, sorry.
Handle peacekeepers!
I didn't mean to. I'm just gonna run. But every now and then it just like fails, and I need to restart it, or else not have any audio. But what's weird is that it still records. So it's like the audio's there, it's just I don't hear it. And the mic also still. Because part of this is that, there, and actually I'm gonna, wait, okay, so the sound card of sorts for my desktop is actually the USB audio interface, which I really like. Don't get me wrong, I really do like it. I don't have anything to sell. So I can do, well, I'm nearly there. Here, come on.
And take care of that lemon.
Wait, why is, oh, yeah. There. Yeah, so it's connected by USB. I use that as a sound card, basically. So it drives both an amp, well, it sends a signal to an amp for the speakers, but it's also got its own headphone jack. That's what I'm using right now. And I don't know, maybe it's like what is actually failing is the ability for it to have it do the output, but the input, but it's like the system still knows. OBS still gets all the audio, and the mic still works. It's very weird. I don't know, but it's at least it's like, huh? Suddenly the audio stopped. I know what I need to do. I just need to look up the Tascam application, run that.
Hey, you. Good. You want to be sent back to the outlet?
Maybe at some point I will replace it, but I have no reason. The thing, that's the only flaw I have experienced with this. Wait. Oh, I didn't even. No, sorry. I for whatever reason, kind of blamed. I thought that he was a normal.
Comparison. That's why I'm here.
Thought there was one on. Yeah, there is. Well, no, it's a. Yeah, whatever. Deal with Juan here.
He is a snack, isn't he, dear? Care to join? More the merrier.
No, thank you.
Oh, if I embarrassed you. I'm sorry, I do have that effect on people.
No, you two are just rather
Let's
depraved.
make it quick.
Less I have to do with you, the better, kind of.
I must admit, I admire your persistence. Almost curious what you'll do after I send you packing. Yet again.
You'll regret it.
"16-year-old Highland single malt. Bottled the year before the pandemic broke
That
out.
would make sense for it being 62.
I've read that one barrel of this stuff sold at auction for over $500,000. What a sublime present.
I think it's better to humor
Your
him.
health, handsome.
It's like, even though we can't really trust what's in it.
What can I say? You broke down my defenses. So, you're still after those lamps. Did Matt tell you why he wanted them? And why he really wanted them?
Yeah, to take control of the TV tower.
Wait, he's serious? Is he crazy? Nobody tried that for over a decade.
No, I'm about to.
So I guess it's dangerous. That's what the lamps are for.
But lamps need electricity to run. The last I heard, the juice ain't flowing there.
Yeah, I can
People
get
have
it.
tried to take it without power. Heroes and fools alike. All ended up as volatile snacks.
That's Matt's problem. What do you care?
I care because something's not right. Can't you sense that as well, Aiden?
Matt wants to prepare to defend the city from the Butcher's coming attack.
So we should start building him a monument, right? Only problem? The Butcher isn't planning any attack.
How do you know?
I have my spies. Among the renegades as well. Since the end of the war, we have occupied the city center, while the colonel squats in the dam. One push of a lever, and half the city will find itself under toxic water. The colonel is not stupid. He knows war would be the end of everything.
So why did the Butcher attack the canteen? That's in the city center.
Good question. Maybe it wasn't the colonel who gave the order. Something more is going on. It's something we don't yet understand.
What about the UV lamps? Why does he want them then?
Jack is hiding something. For a while now, he's been ordering way more lamps than he could possibly need. And then some of those lamps always disappear. No accounting for them once we deliver.
Why would Jack skim UV lamps?
And here, friend, the mystery takes flight. Jack never got over the fact that he didn't defeat the Butcher back when he had the chance, years ago. He knew that if he attacked the dam, the colonel would close the floodgates. And the rising water levels would push the chemicals up out of the ground, burning through everything that lives in the city. It's been a stalemate for over 10 years, each waiting for the other to make a move. But then, someone turned the power on and something changed. And the renegades attacked the canteen.
I'm not here for my health, Juan. I need the lamps
To find out what happened to your sister. Right, Aiden? I told you I got my spies. Might be able to find something out about Waltz and your sister. Specifically about the GRE scientist you and Matt are trying to contact. I'd even say with my resources, I can find this person faster than Matt. I actually doubt he's able to find them at all.
How do I know you're not using me to make a move of your own?
I'm not your enemy, Aiden. It's a shame you don't see that. You'll get your lamps. You just gotta talk to Demolan.
Who's he?
He's my man. Sent him out to search for more lamps, but he hasn't checked in for a while.
Where can I find him?
Around here, last I heard from him. Find him. Then come back to me here afterward.
You got it.
Juan's character, by its nature, is not one to trust.
Enjoy your company, but
So, yeah.
Of 2 million people.
Catch you stealing, you lose a hand, pal. No order without
I mean that's CrossFit basically. Oh, and I also have one over here. But yeah, so I really I don't trust Juan at all. Matt, I can think he's wrong, but I think I can trust that what he's doing, he thinks is right. Whatever it is he's doing. Okay, hey, that did get clear. Cool. Oh yeah, the combat challenge. Sorry.
turbo 550 horsepower. Dad said it was the love of his life.
Juan would rather enjoy his caviar than take care of that limp to the grave.
I couldn't remember if it was only the Craftmaster app.
What's the matter?
I'm Hugh, and you're the pilgrim who turned on the electricity, right?
Word travels fast.
Not exactly,
And
but
word
yeah.
is you help people.
Sometimes. Is that why you called me?
I need help. My kid went off the water tower earlier and hasn't come back. I'm worried.
How long has he been gone?
About 6 hours now.
That's a long time.
Wouldn't normally worry. Oh, he's such a strong kid, built like an ox. But it's been such a long time.
How old's your son?
Doesn't matter. I just want my kid back. I would take care of it myself, but there are 3 young children waiting for me at home. I can't leave them unattended.
I don't trust it.
Okay, I'll take a look for you.
It's not safe here. Let's meet in my place after you found him. It's down on Lower Dam Promenade.
Like I can't help but feel this.
Having the power back on will change the tide of the war. I hear the PK engineers are working on alarms and electric traps.
That if I would jump. Oh.
You seen a cat lately? Totally abandoned us.
No, they're smart. They're hiding.
Before the fall, my family lived in government housing, down in Houndfield. Ugly building, built after World War II. Me, my parents, and my brother. I was 16 at the time. One day, we came home and waiting on the doorstep was this massive black cat. White moon patch of fur. Sitting there, like it owned the place.
Arrogant creature.
When he saw us, he got up, yawned, stretched his legs, and waited for the door to open. Mum scared it off.
My kind of lady.
Old man, my mother would have scared you off, you limp dick. Shut your gobble and quit interrupting.
All right.
Wait, you understood what she was saying?
Morning, we opened the door.
I'm sorry, but some of that was just so thick with the slang, British slang. That's like I am.
Is anyone there?
Take heed and bear witness.
I don't think that's
This
it.
is the news of the last
Oh,
city
yeah.
standing.
It's Water Tower. They've already been.
Citizens, good
Um,
news from old Illinois.
Did you hear about the pilgrim? Word on the rooftop is Matt hired
jokes.
back where it's at.
Let's also see what all I'm selling. Probably don't need any. Oh yeah. Probably that. I don't know, I think I'd have to look closer at them than I want to. Which really is just a statement of my latency. Probably be good enough.
Get what you need.
I'm dreaming of an orchard. I'd like to eat a pear straight from the tree.
How you doing, pal?
I've never believed the night runners were real. Just fairy tales, if you ask me.
I mean, there's gotta be a reason for this all down here, right? Oh, yeah, that's him right there. Well, there's a child here.
Hey, I'm Aiden. What's your name?
Match?
I was asked to bring you home.
What about the infected up there?
There aren't any. It's safe.
Then, I'll just hang here. Tell Hugh I'll, be back later.
Look, your father wants you home. He's worried.
Hugh ain't my father. I just work for him. Like a slave. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to go back. You can't make me.
What's Hugh's real story?
Never mind. I don't want to get other boys into trouble.
No, it's okay. You can tell me.
Stay out of it, okay? It's none of your business.
Fine, I'll talk to him myself. You really want to stay here?
Sure. Not my first time alone in the city. I can take care of myself.
I bet.
Hey, Aiden. Thanks for clearing out the infected.
No problem, kid.
Nah. Just thinking, do I want to go back in there and do something to paraglide over? But nah. I can just run it like I am. They don't give me a chance to do stuff more.
We are gathered here to honor the memory of one
Sometimes I wonder.
Oh, and there's a metro.
Attention! Stick your chest out, Elmo! What happened? Where's Match?
He says he's not coming back. Doesn't want to work for you anymore. What's he mean, Hugh?
None of your business!
You made it my business when you sent me after Match.
Got me there.
So what exactly are you doing with these kids, Hugh? Match seemed desperate not to come back.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'm training them to survive.
Come again?
I taught him to steal and spy
For you?
for anyone who pays.
Are you crazy, Hugh? If the peacekeepers catch them, they'll have no mercy.
That's the first thing I teach them. How not to get caught. It's a fucked up world, Pilgrim. No one's gonna go easy on these orphans.
I'm living proof of that.
I teach them how to survive. Isn't that what fathers do for their children? Match doesn't understand that. Not now. He's at that rebellious age. When he makes it in the city, he'll realize it's because I prepared him.
You're not gonna go after him?
I'm not holding anyone here. We're family.
Really? It's left at that?
Tomorrow, I'll volunteer to do the cleaning. She can do the errands.
Inhibitor container detected.
Kind of restricted. Wait, I do. Oh, I do. Huh. With the fires, it's probably renegade. So I don't need to worry about the fact that it's daytime. See. You know, it is interesting how you do seemingly only knock them out. The people you attack. But the zombies you do just straight. I mean, we kill? I don't really know. But I mean, it's just interesting that Aiden does apparently not actively kill humans that you do take. Well, except for the aerial takedown, because you slam somebody's head into the ground like that, they're not really gonna live much. Not easily. I mean, you're definitely talking about, you know, skull fracture there, concussion. You will not be in good shape. Yeah, so I'm getting into a fight. Or not? cut him in half.
Bend over, asshole.
Jeez, that just killed him. Not what I was expecting.
Better not be what happened.
See, now that one, him dying, makes more sense.
What do we have here? Bite this. Tag, asshole.
So I need to wait for him to come a bit higher up. Come on. Now I want to clear out up here before I continue down there. I think I'm actually near where it started. Yeah, it's right over there. In fact, that's where I went in. Shit.
Joke on them.
Is that? Yes. Is that searchable? Yes. Oh, hey. $114. That's... See, I wanted to jump up here and then do a takedown on the guy, but did not work out that way. Back up.
Drink a bar full of booze.
Okay, there's the big guy. I'm gonna wait here and hope he comes closer so I can take down him. He was bleeding from his eye. Alright, I think point. There. The point of upgrading. Hey, I got a coin back. I got multiple coins back. That's the guy bleeding there. See. Okay, let's. Since it's not urgent. There. Now back. That's what I'm gonna. Yeah. There. Nothing else. It's level. That's right. God, sometimes there's stuff in these, yeah. Where does this go? Huh. I really have no memory of ever finding this place. That's not it. Yeah, somehow there's enough light in that area to reset that. No, they're seeing much in the way of good options. Oh, that worked. Shit. I hit the button. Apparently too late. And I was thinking, oh, I can go back to the room and reset, but it's like I hit the button. It is just wanting to make me look like a fool. There. I just hit it earlier. Yeah, there you go. There. Shit. Oh, nothing I can do here but run. Ah, damn. I'm sorry, there were clearly points that you could grab onto on this. Nope, that's not gonna work. Aha. I don't know. Aha. You've got to be kidding. Fine. Go to that. I think you should have been with me. Really do. Don't know why I thought it. Here. Here. Wait, I wish I mean, the only good way to get there is... Oh wait, no. I know exactly where that... You know what? Yeah. Just, you know, don't worry about it. There. That? Yeah, I do not know what's up with that flashing. I'm sure it'll be fixed eventually, though, one way or another. And by one way or another, I mean either it's something that will be fixed for the game, or something that will be fixed for the drivers. Because the problem is in one or the other. And even though I've only experienced it in this game, it could still be a driver problem. Let me be clear. It's like, I've not witnessed that in any other game I've played. I can't even think back to if I've ever... But it could still be an issue with driving. I know that sounds weird. Excuse me. It sounds weird, but no, that's how some of it works. Wish I could dismantle. Okay, that was weird lighting.
Inhibitor container detected.
Carefully. Inhibitors are over there. Oh, it's probably in the wall. Yep, it's in the water.
Please, let me go.
Inhibitor container nearby.
There. Hello there. $500. Holy crap. That's a lot. That also gives you an idea of how much longer the game is, too. Wow. Well,
did you hear about the pilgrim?
I guess for everything it's that much longer. But technically you might not, you don't actually need to do that, do you? What exactly are you trying to think? It's a lost... That's right, I'm trying to find the guy who normally gets the stuff. The UV lamp. He's gone missing. Okay.
You can't call that thing you do a newspaper. You scribble.
That was a little close.
I die. I want to be burned to ash and scattered.
Yeah.
Another of us has been taken. Hope nobody followed me here.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Night is coming. I'll go in, do that. Once night gets here, I'll then come back here, go to day, and then return, and then go on the mission.
Do you want to dig in the dirt for
Actually,
the rest of your life?
Let's see what all I got. For weapons I can sell. I mean, I guess I can manage the long stuff, but I do not. Two-handed. Man, look at that though. The difference between just one level. You know, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And that's gonna...
Where's your trident? With ya.
But still, I want to...
Sometimes I wake up at night and forget the fall even happened. That's about the only time I saw him. Then I see him.
It definitely has been a while since I've been at Bizarre, hasn't it? I don't remember if I scanned around or not.
I've never seen someone botch a job so badly in my life. I thought I could trust them. Don't make me laugh. Easy for you to say. You weren't there. And I regret that very much. I'd have killed the bastards on the spot.
When I die, I want to be burned to ash and scattered on the street with the rest of my family.
Now, I get that I haven't been progressing very quickly, but I just feel like pointing out... Hello. Lawan's character is kinda absent. I'm just... How there was the build-up about how, you know, the whole,
Bet you wonder how these biters survive in daylight? UVs will kill them eventually. Just takes a long time with these.
You know, that you would be influencing her. You know, your actions may soften her so she doesn't obsess over, you know, killing her hitless. But she's not around. I mean, she's not really a companion. So it, as I said, feels kind of empty, kind of absent.
How you doing, Aiden?
I mean, it's not like you're doing these missions together. She may give some advice, but that's basically the most you're getting out of advice. But I mean, I guess it's also, to be fair, we're not that far in. There is more to her story that we will certainly find out as we keep going. You know, the character has potential. It's just right now, I don't feel that potential being real. and I don't necessarily know when that's going to change. Like, you don't expect a sudden change in writing. That's weird.
My inspection is...
Alright. Now, I've been intentionally avoiding upgrading the thing I just put on this artifact. Well, that I had put on the artifact, that improves its durability. I actually should really see about upgrading that specific. It would be neat. I would really like it if it were possible to get it to the point where it's like, no, the weapon will basically never break. The catch is not everything has the slot that goes into. I think that's fair. That way the most powerful weapons are the ones that you can keep indefinitely. But the catch is, and I've experienced this in other games, where yeah, you can keep that one very powerful weapon indefinitely, but eventually the like trash weapons, the trash gear you find can prove better. Just they out-level it. Yeah, not the most impressive. Oh well. It's still, I got some stuff out of it. Including some experience, so. It's gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Up and away! I'm also looking forward to when this is clarified. Because it's just a weird thing that's like, this is always happening when he goes to bed. It's always happening when he gets to more inhibitors. But there's been no real acknowledgement of it.
They surprised me. How was I supposed to know they had shears?
Can you hear yourself at all?
Hey, give me a break, man. It's not...
How do you... Maybe it's something that you can't do with this. Which is annoying because I have no idea how you get another bow. And it's a tank. I think it's actually a crusher. Oh, it's a wrecking ball. As the official name, I guess. Ah, come on, I avoided that. Ow. I mean, since I'm in. He is right above. Well, below me. There. Alright. Good. I just want to make more. Okay. Oh, no. Now let's try this again.
Good job, man. You showed him. You're a goddamn superhero. That beast had us trapped here. Wouldn't go away. It attacked us right as we got here. Mark got hurt pretty bad. We barely escaped and huddled up here. Finally went quiet not long ago. We thought that thing had wandered off. Next thing we hear is you banging on our barricade, and then it all started again.
I'm looking for Demolin. You guys seen him?
Up top. Come on. Let's get you to a doctor. Demolin's upstairs.
Yeah, I heard you.
You're Demolin, right? I'm Aiden.
Not bad. Not bad. Aiden. Nice to meet you. Your skills are exceptional, and you don't look like a peacekeeper to me. So who are you?
I'm a pilgrim. I haven't been here long.
A pilgrim? Did you travel far to reach the city?
Quite a long way, yes. Why?
Have you been to Marseille by any chance?
I'm sorry. I never heard of the place.
My hometown. I wonder what's become of it.
Juan told me to check up on you and the lamps.
Ah, the lamps. Piece of cake, he says. Huh, no such luck. We found a few, but it wasn't what you would call a bountiful harvest. And it came at great cost. The corporal killed by the beast outside has a brother in the unit. He will be devastated. He is at present with a squad down south on the lower dam promenade. They have not reported in.
That doesn't sound good.
We need to find him. The boy's mother lost her husband in a dark zone just last week. Now, a son. If her other son were to perish, it would be too much for any mother to bear.
I'll try to find him.
Okay. The boy's name is Sebastian. The islands are a dangerous area. Worse since the renegades overran them. Get going already.
Hey, thanks for what you did out there, man. You saved our asses.
Yeah, I'm the protagonist. I'm supposed to do this. Feel caught. Come here. Okay, that's better. Wait, exactly where we go. Okay, then I actually want to hit him. Just a little bit off, but that way, in theory, I can respawn there, but it's also, you know, progression. Well, non-story, but progression nonetheless.
Hey, how you doing there?
Great. Supply are quite a helpless bunch, it seems.
What did you expect? There were ordinary people before the fall. Craftsmen, teachers, gardeners, not fighters.
Just a voice on the radio. Not a helpful. I remember in dying, trying to be so careful so that I could do that and have their heads specifically smashed to kill them. And now it's like, nah, just do it. I mean, hey, I appreciate it, right? I like having since weapons have durability, I like having a way to kill enemies that doesn't rely on weapon. But it still is like, man, I had to work hard before. Now wait a little bit. I want to get the most out of the durability that I don't see any point in doing that. I don't see any point being over here at all. The heck? I jumped way too early. There. Right up there. Yeah. Well, actually.
You piece of shit.
Ow.
Say here.
Don't lose your head over me. I know my health is you gonna... That's weird. It's like it isn't counting for whatever reason. I'm gonna heal. Yeah, I do. That. What does it go to? Okay, yeah. So putting this on is like a full repair. So basically there was no point in waiting.
Shit.
What's going on? Are you there?
Renegades. More of them.
Again? That's crazy. It has to be part of something the Butcher and Waltz are brewing. God, why now? Yes?
Bad idea! Quiet, Sebastian, answer me, boy! There! Answer me now!
Found your men. Some of them, at least. I'm sorry to say. They're dead.
Aiden? You sure? How many?
2 bodies. Both quite dead.
The squad had 5 men. There are 3 others. There's still hope.
Okay, I'll look for them.
Okay. Let's go this way. Wait. I thought I saw that they were... Yeah. Need to follow the blood trail, but I don't see it anymore. Or is it I just need to actually look for... Ah, here.
Damn well better let me go!
They were totally berserk.
It's crazy, I know. Something must have happened to them. They used to be regular soldiers,
what?
At least most of them. But now they're more like living virals. They're mad. They kill everyone in their path.
Like mad? What do you mean?
They say Williams treats them like animals, and they go wild.
Well, the Butcher is crazy, like they say.
Crazy and unpredictable.
Those do tend to go hand in hand. Oh, there's a guy here to say. Likely unrelated.
They hadn't ambushed me like that, would have taken them out myself. Thanks for the assist. Here.
Come on.
Found him.
Another trip! You're technique! Get him!
I think I need to get over that. See ya.
You ain't gonna You can't escape me! You ain't gonna like what comes next! Got you now, asshole! I'll show you I ain't playing!
Hey, stop, don't move.
Hey, you guys all right?
Me, yeah. Sebastian, not so much.
How is he?
Pretty bad. Goddamn renegades. Don't know why there's suddenly so many of them in the center. Came at us so hard and fast. Only Seb and I managed to get away.
You able to walk?
I won't leave him alone. Not when he's like this.
He needs a new bandage. This one's a mess.
I don't have any more. Listen, did Demlin tell you about him?
Oh yeah, about his brother and father?
No, not that. Sebastian is an artist. Demlin promised him to take him one day to Marseille. To his father's shop. He can't die like this. Please.
This should help. I'm sure I'll be fine. But I was sent here for the lamps. Where are they?
After we drove off the renegades, we reached the building. To get in, we strung some ropes across from the next roof. And that's when the renegades attacked again.
And the lamps?
They're still on the landing pad on the roof. The military hid them well, made sure no one could see them from above. Seba only saw them from the next building, through binoculars. But we didn't get a chance to finish securing the ropes.
Is there any other way to get there?
You could go through the building, but like I said, wall-to-wall biters.
I gotcha. I'll try the rope.
You'd have to be a spider to climb in. And it's swarming with renegades outside.
I like taking chances. Take this, contact Demlin, and tell him what happened here. I'll go get those lamps.
I don't think I'm interested in that convoy at the moment. Deal.
How could that be?
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, wait. I didn't realize the bad guy.
Inhibitor container detected.
That's fine. I want to... this. Yeah, let's go.
Inhibitor container detected.
No, give me just... Hey, stop. So do you think I'm eventually going to get to, like, drive the renegades out, or that they're, like, always going to be... like, how this region is actually, this zone is one of theirs. Do you think we'll be able to change that? I'd kind of like to, just as far as the, you know, influencing the world aspect to it. But it's not like it's something that I need to have. Huh. Thing like...
Inhibitor container detected.
And I am getting closer. Sorry. Wanted a screenshot of that. Just, you know, I might not use it, but how you can deconstruct the zombie. Now, a question worth asking. Do you think the renegades are also looking for these lands? I mean, that doesn't seem unreasonable. Does it? I don't want to do that.
Inhibitor container detected.
In theory, I can get that. Easy, but I can't.
Inhibitor container nearby.
What? Oh, these are the lamps. Well, that's not good.
Aiden? What's going on?
You can answer, Aiden?
Luan? I'm fine, but I took a fall. The lamps are busted in this one. Gotta take care of that thing up top and check the other container.
Admit it. Juan's your type.
What? Luan, get lost.
Okay, how am I... Okay, there we go.
Inhibitor container nearby.
No, hang on. I can upgrade. Yeah. Ow. Stop running into me. Am I gonna do that? Go around some. To make sure I get this. Like, I'm gonna check the rest of this container first. And I'm gonna make more lockpicks. I should have done that. Like, I knew I was needing them, so.
Oh, well. That's more like it. Hey, Demolin, got your lamps. 12 crates, maybe more. All untouched.
Très bien, my friend. Tobias told me you helped him as well. Many thanks. Tu es très débrouillard.
Thanks. Whatever that means. There's too much for me to carry on my own, and no way I'd make it through the infected while loaded down.
The boys can get to the roof and manage the lamps themselves.
Then
Juan, we secured the lamps, but the squad hit a snag when the renegades...
Shh. Not over the radio. Come to my quarters on the ship.
Why? But also, I want to try getting them. Oh, there's a spitter. Maybe deal with that. I'm up higher than it is, so this might work. Yep, they work. Other side. There we go. Alright, let's do this before heading out. Since I'm at a nice high position. And why not? Let me just check where exactly it's at. Okay, it's that. And let's... That. There.
Inhibitor container detected.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Charge.
I'll turn if no one helps me!
Let's craft up some more of these. I'm sure I'm going to be using them. I think I should try to treat some heal. Yeah, that's the threat that the Vivals are really opposing. Is their ability to disrupt you as it gets you so quick. Whoops. Where'd he go? There. I did not realize I was standing in stuff that was injuring me. Where did he go? Okay, there. I mean, I got it. Best to have a bit more health than... There you go.
You're nearby.
Smartphone? Guess even the Revenant needs to be on Twitter. That just gave me a funny thought. And the disturbing thing is I could actually see it eventually being in-game. Or other thing. That how some companies are trying to... like having data centers powered completely by solar or wind power. In theory, that could mean you could have a situation where... you know, it's the end of the world, it's, you know, zombie apocalypse kind of stuff. But Twitter store.
Inhibitor container nearby.
That's right. Oh. One I was actually standing next. Come on. I'm holding Q for to do that. For some reason, it just sometimes is like, no. It's almost like there is a cooldown on it, but I don't think I've seen anything indicate what it is. That's what I thought. I do also have one for down here. Oh. Well, that doesn't really... This may come. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hang on. Bit of look. The screw up was just I did want to replenish that stuff. There. I don't. Oh, and I forgot to mention when I got the UV flashlight in the game, it's like I still have the UV flashlight that they sent me. I mean, it's not, you know, obviously meant for combating zombies. But yeah, no, I've had the this kind of promotional flashlight thing just on my desk for, you know, basically since I got it. It's a neat thing. I'm going to be stopping soon, but if I can do this, I will do this, and then I'm going to try to fast travel, which apparently will not necessarily have me. Okay, yeah, so this is the one that I was at. That it's active, it just... what I was in doesn't count. Alright. We'll get to that even. I'm just... which... the VNC tower is down here, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. There, I can stop the timer. Like I said earlier, I only wanted to do about 2 hours. And you're getting a little bit more. Not much more, but a little. Oh, here, I can take care of some. And you know, I should actually sleep. Okay. I don't really think I care about those. So 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So it is possible. But yeah, let's do that. Oh, I can actually do it again. Aha. Yeah, 50. Yeah, because I think that's gonna prove necessary eventually.
Chances against red guys are pretty good.
There. Now I'm gonna head back down here because I know there's a bed, right? Yes, there is. So I'll do that, which will advance very little time, but it will heal. That's the thing. It will heal. And I could use. And once I wake back up, then I'm gonna stop. Alright. Still having fun. Still a game I shall recommend. But I am going to make a note about what I was saying with Lawan, is that it's like, she's not a companion. She really isn't. She's just somebody that, you know, at times is a... I don't even want to say ally, that's too strong. It's more that she will vouch for you. And that's it. Otherwise, she's just a voice on the radio. But that is her existence at the moment. And yeah, it's kind of disappointing. Just I was expecting more from that character because of how they talked about her, and maybe that will change. In which case, then it's a pacing problem. That, it's taking so long to get to that point. But, that's a we'll see. I mean, it's not, to be clear, my criticism here is what is happening versus what I expected, not what is happening versus what I wanted. I don't really care. Fundamentally, like, if I was just playing this game and wasn't paying attention to any of the media, at least beforehand, I wouldn't care. I mean, yeah, it would be kind of disappointing. That's like, I mean, why isn't she being used more? She has a connection to you because she was also one of the kids that was experimented on. It's like, why aren't we having her more involved? Why isn't she a companion? But it would have been more of a, whatever, missed opportunity. Whereas this feels more like either she needs to change, or I'm really questioning what the build-up was for that character. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happens. But, yeah, see you next time.